A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Jamaica D. Espeda, a second-year student taking a Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies at Negros Oriental State University, Shaton Campus. As part of our subject, which is Ed 203, with a course description of facilitating learner-centered teaching, I am assigned to discuss a topic under Unit 3, Organization and Management of Learner-Centered Classroom, specifically about learner-centered classroom roles and responsibilities. We will tackle about the roles and responsibilities of teachers in a learner-centered classroom and the roles and responsibilities of students in a learner-centered classroom. But before knowing about these roles and responsibilities, let's first have an overview of the information about what is learner-centered classroom. So, students are the main educational emphasis in a learner-centered classroom, and teachers support learning by encouraging students to reflect on their learning and take ownership of it. To make a classroom setting learner-centered, there are a variety of strategies to use. This means that teaching process focus more on students than teacher. The traditional teacher-centered classroom differs from the student-centered classroom in terms of the roles and duties of students and teachers, the delivery of instructional methodologies, and learning itself. Now, let's proceed to the roles and responsibilities of teachers in a learner-centered classroom. Teachers act as facilitators and guide. Teachers are responsible of creating a healthy learning environment for the learners. They serve as the students' entry point for all things academic and personal, for teachers become role models. As learners become the center of learning, then a teacher, their role is becoming more of a support person that guides learners of their progress and learning. Next, teachers provide anytime, anywhere, and on-demand support. Teachers aren't just teachers who plainly teaches lesson, but a teacher provides support for learners anytime. The traditional classroom which we can physically enter changed into the classroom brought by the online learning. We can't change the fact that teachers should make themselves accessible for students. The next one, teacher embody core values that support deeper learning. A teacher must possess the right attitude that is not only beneficial for a teacher, but most especially for the students. The traits a teacher shows to students will greatly influence or reflect to students. A teacher must have the quality that supports or helps in the improvement of the students' deeper learning. The next one, teacher truly encourage students drive their own learning. Teacher must persuade and uplift students for the development of a student's learning. If the teacher provides instruction, then it's his or her duty also to assist students' learning. A student needs to be pushed with great efforts for them to do the action of improving their learning more. The next one, teachers leverage technology to personalize learning and expand access. All this time wherein the technology plays an important role in the teaching process, for it serves as a medium used by teachers in order to make decision, activities, learning instruction, and processes easier and most convenient. When a teacher has expanded the learnings on accessing technological tools, then it would help students to also learn about important tools that can be used for learning. Tools like Microsoft PowerPoint helps teachers have presentations that can be prepared in just a short period of time. Teachers equipped of skills about technology plays an important role to a learner-centered classroom. The last one, teacher commit to professional and personal growth. To be able to function well inside the classroom, teacher must always be ready of growing, not just personally, but at the same time professionally. A teacher must always grab the opportunity to equip themselves with the important characters and skills they must possess for the teaching and learning process inside a learner-centered classroom, be beneficial and effective to both students and teachers. The roles and responsibilities of students in a learner-centered classroom. Students are active participants in their own learning. It is the responsibility of the students to be aware of the level of learning they reach. It is a student's responsibility to actively participate in class, especially through it they can gain knowledge that will help their learning expand and develop. Students make decisions about what and how they will learn. In a learner-centered classroom, the students has a choice to voice out their opinion into what way they want a certain teaching and learning process to be made possible. Inside a classroom, the student has an option onto what certain area of teaching they want to excel and onto what they wanted to express their learning. Students construct new knowledge and skills by building on current knowledge and skills. It is the role of the students to become scientists or researchers inside the classroom. Every day is a new day, and a new learning should be gained by students. Throughout the learning process, students should have a goal of learning new discoveries and at the same time developing prior discoveries. Students understand expectations and are encouraged to use self-assessment measures. A student may excel on a certain subject and at the same time have difficulty on the other subject. Students must be open-minded and flexible on the expectations of the teachers about them. It is the role of a student to meet the expected performance on the learning competency of different subjects. That is why students are encouraged to assess themselves onto what certain subjects they are weak that needs improvement and onto what subjects they excel that they need to keep up. Students monitor their own learning to develop strategies for learning. Students should identify their level of learning on a certain subject for them to develop way or methods to use in improving areas that they need to improve or not. They must use techniques that is applicable for them that will help them boost their learning. Students work in collaboration with other learners. No man is an island. Collaboration inside learner-centered classroom plays a vital role in achieving goals. A student must share an idea and at the same time open to listening to other students' ideas. Through collaboration, skills like communication, trust, critical thinking, and problem solving are exercised. Students produce work that demonstrates authentic learning. It is the student's role to generate the product of their own learning. Each and every student learn uniquely and derive their learning into unique and well-developed outcomes. If students become the products of teaching, then they must provide the product of their own learning to ensure that learner-centered classroom is effective. The learner needs individualization, engagement, and integration in a student-centered classroom. Individualization makes sure that students have the freedom to design their own tasks and choose their own reliable sources. Through collaborative learning and peer teaching, learners interact. Learning occurs when students combine what they have learned with past knowledge to create new meaning. Teachers also play their vital roles and responsibilities inside a learner-centered classroom for teaching and learning to effectively function. Roles and responsibilities are the key for students and teachers to build and grow a healthy learning and teaching environment. Teaching and learning is indeed a lifelong process. That would be all for today's discussion. I hope you learned something. Goodbye!